evening, everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay and had a fine week. I know it's been pretty eventful around the world with all this stuff going on, obviously, but you're here now. It's pretty much Friday nights, and hopefully you'll be chilling out with me as we play a couple games for a couple hours or so. Actually, there was only one game on the docket tonight. It's Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail. It was out today. As far as early access goes, the release is July 2nd. And I think that I've been excited for this game for a super long time. I think that Endwalker, which was the last expansion to come out for Final Fantasy XIV, that was amazing from a story perspective. So I'm really excited to see what Dawn Trail has in store. Obviously, I got into the queue beforehand just to make sure that we weren't just sitting here for terribly long. So I appreciate your patience as we move on. And one other thing that I wanted to point out real quick is we did change the charity that I'm raising money for. There is a personal reason for that, and probably we'll get into that in subsequent weeks, but we have shifted to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. It's a really great organization. They've been around since 1993. And once again, our goal is very humble. For this ongoing stream, we're just starting out with $100. And as I have said pretty much every time when it comes to these streams, if you are interested in donating, I think that the default recommendation is like $1 or $2. Like, no need to go crazy, although if you do make a donation, I will totally be happy with that and be fine with that. But I think this is a really great cause, and I'm more than happy to raise money for it moving forward. So, yeah, I mean, I think, but back to Dawn Trail, I think what was really great about Endwalker was the fact that it was like the end of this like multi-game arc. Like, if those of you who aren't familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, like they've been telling this story for a very long time, for a number of years, and they kind of had to end it because they wanted to start the new arc in the world, and it was really cool to see that happen. I'm going to try not to. There are obviously Dawn Trail spoilers for this particular stream, so of course, if you're playing through the game yourself and you don't want to see anything, you might want to, maybe not tune in this time around. But I think that it's really exciting just to, play a brand new story, because it's always been one of the most strongest things about Final Fantasy is its story and its plot. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. Insofar as how it was for me this week, I think, we got a holiday week next week. So there's a lot of, in terms of my job and my work, people are starting to take off because they're like, yeah, I'm going to take a few days off and get an early start on my vacation next week, because here in the good old United States, we'll have July 4th off. My workplace is fortunate enough to give us the 5th off as well. I think that was just one of those things where, realistically speaking, we were it was one of those things where I think that they knew realistically, because of the place that July 4th was falling, that nobody would be in the office for the 5th. So just something kind of humorous there. But I really think that it's going to be a short week next week, so there's going to be a lot of work that I know I'm going to have to deal with and get done and get finished with. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty eventful insofar as, just stuff going on personally and with my family. And, when things get kind of busy and it feels like, it's just one thing after the other, that's kind of what I did, this past week, running around and all that. But more than happy to do that for the people that I love and I cherish in my life. So really cool about that. One other thing that I was pretty excited for this past week, for those of you who are K-pop fans, is like the formal beginning of the Dreamcatcher pre-comeback promotion cycle. And for those of you who don't know, Dreamcatcher is what you call my alt group, so my favorite K-pop group of all time. And they're coming out with their 10th mini album. It's coming out on the 10th of July, so it's only just a short time away. But they've done this really cool thing with regards to their promotion cycle this last couple of comebacks, and that's to run an alternate reality game. For those of you who don't know, it's one of those things that integrates social media, websites, sometimes offline events to kind of build some buzz, build a story, and kind of tell it, and then in some cases promote things. And that's exactly what Dreamcatcher Company has been doing the last couple comebacks. And so there were questions about whether or not they were going to continue onward with what they were doing. And I think that we obviously found out earlier in the week when they had a hidden image, a form that was filled out last comeback by fans. Like a limited number of fans could fill the form out. And so those fans got an email that had a hidden PDF that also had a hidden link, which led to some lore, which I won't get into, but it was really cool. I think that in my working games, because I was there for like a decade or so, we've done tons of marketing campaigns. I've been sort of privy to those marketing campaigns, and some of them have been really big. For example, when I worked for Star Wars: The Old Republic, holy crap, I can't talk, it's Friday, and at the cusp of release, they did a flash mob in New York City, right in Times Square. What they did was, they had everybody cosplay as Jedi and Sith and just pantomime out a fight. And so that happened just suddenly, right in the middle of Times Square. That was really cool. And it's that kind of stuff that builds buzz. And when it comes to K-pop, I feel like it's really competitive out there, guys. There's tons of groups, they debut. Not all of them survive. You kind of have to stand out from the crowd. And I think that's what Dreamcatcher has done, doing this campaign. Because later in the week, what they did, and I wish I could show it here, but I can't, so I'm waiting for this queue to finish, is the fact that they had developed an entire app, which was really cool, like a mobile app. And they tweeted out from one of the character accounts for the game, and it led to a QR code, which led to an app. That app was just a fun little thing that kind of quizzed you on the previous music videos in Dreamcatcher's discography and in the title tracks and stuff like that. And after that, they just sort of put out this thing where you could share your results and put your hashtags up and all that. It was really cool, and it's that kind of stuff that I think makes you stand out in the K-pop crowd, which I was really happy about. So I'm really excited about that. So that was a really fun week, and that's going to continue into next week as well. But good news here, we are in Dawn Trail, and this is so much better than Endwalker, guys. Last expansion release, it was really bad. I'm usually pretty understanding because I worked in games, but we were talking 5,000 to 6,000 person queues, and people were in queue all day, and sometimes they get knocked out of the queue and then have to re-queue. It was crazy, but they've actually adapted pretty well. I entered the queue 5 minutes ago. Not 5 minutes ago, sorry, maybe 20 minutes ago. We've already been alive for 10 minutes. And I'm here. It's the first day of early access. It's also Friday night. Everyone's getting off of work. They're starting the weekend. They want to get in, start playing the new content. So it's great to get in. So yeah, really awesome. Might as well get started. Again, I'm just thinking about working through main story quest, and so you'll see some story that's being put forth here. The main TLDR of the arc is basically you make friends with this warrior. This warrior is campaigning to succeed the throne in this new country called Tulayolo, and she's competing with a whole bunch of other candidates in order to do that. So there's a whole ton of story that's already been told, and it's this thing where they're racing around the country, getting these stones so that they can put them into these tablets, and then take everything that's assembled back, and so it's been really neat so far. So yeah, let's continue onward. Okay, so I started a brand new arc here. And for those of you who are interested in donating, there are a couple of ways you can do that. But the most obvious one is the QR code that's sitting in the left part of the screen. That will take you straight to the campaign where you can donate if you wish. And I'm gonna try to get a hold of Nightbot here in the next couple weeks, so that way the bot will send the link every so often. Again, just getting started with everything. All right, level cap was raised to 100. I'm at 92 right now, which I thought was pretty good progress for one day. Looks like I'm gathering some info. New face in town. Right. Okay. I just got to this area, so it's just this nice mountainous area. It's really cloudy right now, so you can't really tell, but it was really nice. Collectors. Right. This guy's talking about one of the candidates. Okay. That guy wasn't helpful at all. And one more guy. So obviously I don't want to talk about just myself, so if you have a story to share from your week, whether or not it's gone well or not, I mean, feel free to drop it in the chat, let me know. Question. What question is that? Prized alpacas. Try to summarize the small chat. I know the chat bubble in the center is super small, so we're gonna try to summarize that as we move forward here. Release day for an expansion's always exciting to me. Look at everybody that's around. Part of the reason why people play MMOs is to feel like they're playing with others, that the worlds feel full and dynamic. And that's always the case, obviously, on day one of release. Let's turn the volume up slightly here. Okay. Okay. Finding the main guy for the contest. And he's the head rancher, and he runs a ranch with alpacas on them. Alright, let's go. One of the things I was watching before this, before starting stream, was the NHL draft. So let me tell you something about the way I follow sports. So I would say out of all the sports, I probably follow baseball the most religiously. I'm a big Chicago Cubs fan, obviously. And, but, you know, I really like all my other teams as well. I would say lately Chicago sports hasn't been as successful. It's been kind of rough, actually. So to know that there's some hope, I think, insofar as hockey goes. We are rebuilding. Had the top pick in the draft last year, so I'm excited. And we made the second overall selection this time. And I'm going to probably sneak a peek at who we are probably choosing. So we have another pick. But anyway, that is a lot of alpacas. Tobley, oh yes. You can't. All right. All right. The country I'm in is a multicultural country, so you're dealing with different peoples. The folks that I'm dealing with now are, you know, really into trade. Making a buck, not necessarily the worst thing in the world, depending, right? Right, you can see like everybody's here. They're progressing the story in the same way. You meant to find out? Okay, I gotta find the main dude. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna find him somewhere along the line. Is there... You know, the way they're talking about these I feel like at some point we might have this thing where they might end up being mounts or something. We'll see. Okay, well, none of them is being honest about which one is the guy I gotta talk to. Wait at the designated location. Where is that? There's so many players here. It's hard to deal with here. Although they did introduce a new setting that I haven't tried yet. Maybe we can try it right now. Where you can actually... I think you can hide the number of characters when you're near a quest thing. Graphics. Low detail. Not seeing anything. I'll tell you what. I won't waste time looking for it now. You'll do it the old way, which is you can press X, and you can kind of hide most of what you've got here. So check this out. Yeah, who do we think it is? I wasn't quite paying attention here. Let's pick this. I mean, this seems obvious, but it probably is wrong. They don't even work. Nice. Well. Yeah, I was wrong. I suspect it's not any of these guys, but we'll find out. Okay, at least it lets you, like, auto-pick. I swear it's probably going to end up... I mean, at least it's not my money, right? Hey, I got it. I only guessed wrong once. I'll take that. Alright, we found the Elector, who is basically the person that's supposed to give me another one of the stones I need.
Deducing the Dunservant's Elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
And that's one of my competitors.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Tobli.
Wow, that was cheating.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
It's a lot harder
While
than you
I've
think,
not
I'm sure.
had the best experiences with alpacas. Aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Oh my god. Yeah, Endwalker was really serious, I think, for like the vast majority of everything. So it's nice to have it be a little bit.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
A little more lighthearted.
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, it stinks. I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Oh god. That's gotta be
Wild
terrible.
valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching.
No, we'll see how long that lasts.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
That's not ominous at all.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
Now, so they obviously position the other candidates all with various
So
flaws.
far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
I don't know about you guys, but like I had to get married to feel more comfortable with domestic pets and animals and
Are
stuff
you
like
alright,
that.
Orclamart? We thought we heard you scream.
So I totally sympathize with her.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
Okay. Finish this. Oops. Yeah, see, there's like tons of guys here. There we go. Yeah, after 2 years, really interesting to be earning experience again, gaining levels. I'm going to do a little interlude here. I'm going to join a duty real quick and kind of break up the story. Instant queue. the interesting part about Dawn Trail is that they introduced 2 new classes. Both those classes are DPS. So obviously there's tons of DPSers that are sitting within the queue to do something, which means tanks like me or healers, they have premium in terms of what they can pick. Alright, what do we got? Oh no, this one's actually a little difficult, I think. I want to let him know right off the bat that I totally forgot this fight, so it's going to be interesting. All right, let's go.
This battle shall be our last.
Unfortunately, that guy who said he's a noob, he's also the other tank. Alright. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to follow along with everybody else. Oops. Don't do anything. Gotta move.
Be gone! Sword of shadow!
Oh god. Alright. Trying to remember what I'm supposed to do here.
Be destroyed!
Renewed Coruscant. That's out.
Gleaming steel! Light my path!
To draw whatever it is. I think that's like an instant death. Yep. Oops. Remember. Yeah. Fortunately, I stepped in there. I'm like trying to... Oh boy, here we go. I think I'm supposed to hit the buttons here. All right. I think we all have to make sure we do this. All right, let's go. Oh boy. I know you can hit the mouse button. But I'm nervous about like my All right, let's go.
It cannot be.
You don't know in the story that's a significant beat, but whatever.
To me, warriors of light! I am salvation given form. Mankind's first hero and his final hope. For victory, I render up my all. Your demise will be our salvation.
Oh god. That wasn't... Whoops. Okay.
This battle shall be our last.
Again, I kind of forgot about it. So that's why I'm like, oh yeah, forgot. Alright. Make sure we get this done.
Be gone! Sword of Shadow! Darkness must be destroyed!
God damn it. I got frozen that time, which I shouldn't have. It's fine.
Gleaming steel! Light my path!
Like trying to concentrate on not dying. Alright. I'll be ready for it this time. Alright, we'll do it again. Okay. Oh. That was tough. Alright, this time I gotta do my part.
You! It cannot be!
All right, we're gonna try again. And then I gotta survive the last 50% or so.
Warriors of light! I am salvation given form. Mankind's first hero and his final hope. For victory, I render up my all.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna be ready for
Your
it this time.
demise will be ours.
Ah, damn it. Jesus. I didn't do it. There
You'll
we go.
still stand.
God damn it. I hate this.
Be gone.
I'm pretty sure I did it right. Alright. Okay.
Darkness must be destroyed.
Maybe trial was not quite what I should have done, but that's okay. We're gonna try. We're gonna keep trying. That guy's gotta take it away. Get away from me.
My soul knows no surrender. Hope, grant me strength.
Just trying to survive here.
My power.
Where are we going? Oh boy, and we have to move. Alright. Let's manage that.
Be gone, spawn of shadow.
Fire. Getting there. They gotta... Moving.
Not yet! Landing prayer, I am invincible!
%. You got this.
Be gone! Sword of shadow!
All right. Okay. And it's all done. Back to the story. Find a saddle, okay. One Pell, well, 1 Pell and 10,000 more to go. You know they're a significant character when they're dressed slightly differently than everyone else, so... Okay, hold on to the wool. Man, she's really afraid of alpacas. I don't blame her, though. I really don't. keep going. Speak with Havli. Where are we at? A little southeast. Alright, we'll see if this is voiced or not. Nope. Alright, we need a saddle. He looks so excited. I have a feeling we're going to be fetch questing. Guy wants alcohol, of course. Oh my god. Man, just exploiting me. Right? So some are on board, some are not. I like Wuklamat's optimism. She's a character after my own heart, I think. You know, I feel like when we get so wrapped up in the negativity, I think social media has kind of contributed to that a little bit. It's actually something I'm probably going to be writing about maybe tomorrow on the lowkeygeek.com for those of you who follow my writing. But I just feel like if we're already feeling bad and then we broadcast feeling bad out to, you know, other people who also might be feeling bad, it all amplifies all of that. So it's hard. I mean, I get some of the reasons why people do that, but it's not something that I would personally do these days. I would rather focus on things that make me happy or bring me joy. And that's how it used to be. You know, not to go all old man or anything like that, but like I think when we first started this like culture of sharing content with one another, it wasn't, you know, there were obviously people who shared pain and negative things, but a lot of people were just sharing things that they liked, just to share that it was cool or that it was something that they found awesome. And I think somewhere down the line we kind of lost that a little bit. So I've tried to, oops, oh no, there we go. I've tried to kind of concentrate on communicating what I like, because I think that it reminds other people that there are things that they might want to communicate that they like too. It doesn't always have to be this like doomscape that's out there. I mean, I think that normally when you know, that's all you talk about. I can't get up here, by the way. This is kind of weird. When that's all you talk about, I think it just ends up becoming a part of you. And while some of that can be therapeutic, I think too much of it can get a little bit difficult to deal with. At least that's what I think. Okay, I think I can get, because there's a vista over there. There's like that little orb that's in the center. I think I can get up there. I think. Can I go this way? Yeah, there's like this little incline. All right. This is sightseeing. So you get experience for that and you put stuff into your collection for it. So that's cool. Okay. 395 to the south. So before this, I'm going to go looking for an ether current. They allow you to fly in this zone if you can find all of them. $314. I wonder if I can get there. Will it let me? It may not. We're gonna try. Maybe it'll let me. I think I was here earlier today when I was trying to get I was trying to find currents up here. And the funny thing is that they don't obviously tell you. You have this compass that actually tells you how far you are from one, but there's no z-axis, right? So you're just kind of left to kind of understand where it is and just kind of keep an eye out. Okay. I've been live for an hour, and thanks for all of you who have stopped by so far today. I mean, I think it's like, I think I said this. I said this when, I think last week, is that I know I'm starting out small with this stuff. I have like mild clout, I would say, like small mild clout from like people who might follow me on social media or know me from other places, but I'm not thinking I'm going to be pulling like tons of viewers right off the bat, especially since aside from normal annual charity streaming, like I haven't done this regularly, like ever. And so this is like a new experience for me. So hoping to learn more. 94 to the west. Yeah, see, so like you can see there's this big gap over here, and I'm like, I don't think I'm getting over there. It's not happening. There's stuff that I think is gated to the story that you can't necessarily get to, although, oh, come on. 76 to the southwest. Yeah, I feel like it's, can I even, it's like I can taste it. If somebody sees it, I mean, feel free to call it out in the chat. There's it looks like a green sphere. What do I got? 88 to the south. Yeah, no, I think this one's gated. I'm not gonna be able to get to it. That's fine. We'll come back to it later. For now, we'll go back. Back to the story. I think the area I was in earlier today, it was more of a forest type thing. So like live streaming a desert is probably not the sexiest thing to be doing at the moment. It's just a bunch of desert with some cacti and mountains. So it's not necessarily really that attractive, you know. But I think that's part of the reason why Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of charm. It's just there's a lot of variance, I think, in the landscapes that you traverse. All right, this is the spot. Go find something to pay for the saddle. Oh no, wait. No. Oh my god, I have to go back there. All right, that's fine. That's what I get. I don't know about anybody else, but like I'm the type of person who there's a main quest, but then there's a whole bunch of side quests. I have to go and do some of the side stuff first. I think, is this guy gonna de-aggro? We'll see. Let's go. It's alright. I'm trying to get used to. There we go. Every class that they modify for the new expansion, they give like new mechanics to. So I'm trying to figure that out as we go along. Oh yeah, this is the place. Here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, did it lag? Again, as I said at the top of the stream, I did change the charity that I'm going to be raising money for on an ongoing basis until at least we meet the goal. We're raising money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. They've been around since 1993. They're a really great organization insofar as prevention and finding a cure for breast cancer. So if you are so inclined, feel free to donate. Or if not, feel free to enjoy the stream. Just chill out. Okay. Well, we met this guy like earlier. This was off stream, but we met him earlier. He was really friendly. He was like, I'm on board. I'm a Wook Lamont stan. I'm good to go with you, right? We're getting some help from him. Yeah, they're really leaning into the whole. You visit all these cultures, you learn more about the country that you supposedly are supposed to rule, and then because of that, you are a benevolent and fair ruler. Oh, that's that's pretty funny. For 500, well, okay, all right. All right, I can get bored. I can get on board with that. Let's keep going. Okay, we're learning more about trade. I always like the funny responses to this stuff. You know what's interesting about having played Final Fantasy XIV all these years? They've never voiced the main character, and I kind of get it, sort of, because if it was by race, because there's a couple different races you can choose, and of course different genders, you'd in theory have to voice like a whole bunch of different characters. But I don't know. I think it might have been a worthwhile investment. I was playing Wuthering Waves on this stream last week, and while they're mostly silent as a protagonist, there are instances where you as the main character do voice, and it's actually kind of cool. I wish they could have done it here, but you can't get everything, so. All right, what are we doing here next? I need someone who will... Looking for a poncho. What's this? Fully dressed. Not that guy. Fond of excessive clothing? No. So like I have the poncho. Not really the thing I want to do. Let's see. No coat or cloak, but... Oh yeah, here we go. No coat. Alright, awesome. This is good. We're going with the whole I'm trading my way into being able to get what I need. Get the hatchet. Alright. Okay, we're going to the next place. Because it looks like they're telling me that I gotta bring this hatchet over there. Alright. Oh god. Okay. We're getting there. Alright, where are we going next? I think... There we go. Perfect. Actually, I'm wondering if that's better. Nope, it's not. Alright, hold on to that hatchet. Okay. Nice. So the equivalent of chocobos from the previous games. Can't complain about that. Where are we going? Oh man. It has been a tiring week this week too for me. Talking about mountains. Can't quite see them because it's night right now, but yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it's also been a tiring week too. You know, I was talking about Dreamcatcher pre-come back promotion, stuff like that. You know, when you're a K-pop fan and you're from the West, you do have to get used to the fact that there are times in which things are going to come out, because 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time is usually the time when these things come out. And so, like, for me, it's like really early in the morning. And so some of the time I just sleep through it, but you know, other times it's nice to be up and seeing what they come up with. So yeah. They're dialoguing while they're talking. Taking a quick peek here. I'm talking about her past. All right. Let's bargain for that hatchet. For another item. Let's trade this over. All right, we're trading. Got the hatchet. Leaves. Oh no. She doesn't need the tools. Oh no, he or she is not on my side. Oh. Manual labor. Alright, we can do it. Alright. One thing I've always appreciated. Do I have any other ether? No, nope, I don't. One thing I've always appreciated about Final Fantasy is it's very obvious to find everything and learn about everything. So you can see these red circles. It's a really nice way of telling me where to get stuff. And even if you guys were watching that trial where I was like, damn, I forgot how this actually worked. But I think every fight is designed so that you can kind of understand and adapt and then eventually are fine with it. And that's why I kind of like this game over World of Warcraft. Like, I think I might have mentioned this last week, but I played way back in the day when there was a lot of randomness. And so to see something that, I mean, like, and some folks are not as big of a fan of like things that are mostly scripted and learnable like this, and that's okay. I totally get it. But, you know, I guess maybe it's one of those things where I'm getting older, so I'm just kind of like, I just want something that I can learn easily, that I don't have to sit here and like wipe for 2 hours, and that people mostly not get angry about. And that is what this game does. All right, we've done some farming. Hand over the leaves. Right. I do. It is a limitation with the UI, but I do like when when they're giving something, it's like an empty hand. There's like nothing in there. Like there. Again, they're just, here you go. You have to imagine what the item is, which is fine. It's just funny. All right, harvest done. What's wrong? I do like this, like, you know, the side characters are not just really templates or anything like that. They have their own motivations and stuff like that. So it's nice to see those independently developed. It's really interesting with this game is that there are certain side quests that are like whole story arcs. And obviously they're beneficial to you insofar as experience and, you know, building faction and stuff like that, but there's a whole story attached to that progression. It's not just mindless, like, all right, I'm going to get this stuff and give it to you. I mean, that stuff exists in Final Fantasy, but I do think they've tried a lot to attach it to stories, which I think I really appreciate. All right, more experience. All right, ring progress. 5,000. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right, off to the alcohol distillery. I do like that in these games, they've obviously taken inspiration from real world cultures. And I think for the most part, they've been accurate is a bad word because like they're obviously cribbing from them, but they've been respectful, I would say. That's, I think, a better word. I feel like there's very few stereotypes that you see. Oops, too far away. All right, we're off to trade with somebody else. All right. Let's keep going. Chef? Another guy over here. Monsters. All right. So he's got a monster problem. He can't dress very well, and he tends to sweeten deals with alcohol. I'll just have to remember that. Okay. Recenter the map. He's all the way over here. You might have noticed, but I set the randomizer for mounts. I probably possess some like 20 or 30. I mean, I think a lot of the average player probably possesses like a ton of different mounts that you can get as a result of just going through the story or doing quests and stuff like that. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. This one is from one of the story arcs that I was talking about earlier. It was a whole arc that built upon crafting skill. And I was working with dwarves, and at the end of that entire big story, I got a tank. It's pretty funny. It is a pretty unique mount. Alright, let's haggle. Is this voiced? We're gonna find out. Nope. Okay, we want Mescal. No use for leaves. Alright, what are we gonna do? Oh, he's doing it. Yeah, we don't want to be blitzed for this. Let's try that. Okay. Rather disturbing smile there. If I can secure the deal. I mean, I think this is funny considering he's dressed pretty much the same way, just different color. All right, we're connecting people to each other. That's good. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to clear out those monsters. It is gonna have to just happen. You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if anybody is a Deep Space Nine fan, but it reminds me of the time that, oh my god, I forgot his name. Quark's nephew or son or whatever, he like traded the captain's desk for something that he needed, but they needed to get the desk back. But there was like this thing where they traded one item to another person who needed another item, who needed another item. It was like this big chain to get back what was needed. This is kind of like what that is. Nog, that was his name. And unfortunately, I think the actor passed away, which was a shame. I think that, you know, if for folks who aren't like Star Trek fans, you know, Nog and Quark and them, they played a race called the Ferengi. It actually reminds me of this because like they're quite a bit about commerce or whatever, and they started out as like these one-dimensional sexist villains, right? And you got around to Deep Space Nine, and there was some depth they introduced to that race and the characters, and Quark and Nog were really instrumental in kind of uncovering that sort of depth, and I really appreciated that, frankly. So that's why I'm remembering this stuff, right? It's a memorable thing in a story that I really enjoyed. All right, we are off to some good old-fashioned monster slaying. Oops. Wait. Are they up there? Okay, here we go. All right, let's do this. One down. I think 2 to go. There's another one over here. Always loved the Gunbreaker class. It's always been like a smooth class. You know what? When I first started playing Final Fantasy, I think I might have mentioned this last week, but like I played a healer, and then eventually I played a tank because the group I was playing with at the time needed another tank. And I'd been playing warrior for the longest time, man. But I've always wanted to play a class that felt more fun, and I think that's what this class is for me. Where am I going? I think it's back. Yep, going back. Alright, back we go. I mean, those monster killing quests are easy when you're a tank, I think. Alright, here's your leaves. This might be the final part of it. And we finally got the Mescal. Nice. What we started out wanting to get. Hey, all right. Got it. Alright, now we gotta go back to the saddle guys to get the saddle finally so that we can catch an alpaca so that we can go back and prove ourselves worthy and finish everything up. Hey. All's well that ends well. Okay, still gotta catch the alpaca. finally back here. I'm just taking a quick screenshot. I'm waiting for the comedic bit to happen. Wow, we got a golden one. Not exactly the best argument. Yeah, sounds pretty familiar. Oh boy. All right, running behind that other guy, but we're gonna do it. Oh wow, that's actually a ways away. So now I've got about maybe 10-15 minutes or so. I hope everyone will enjoy their weekend. I know that some of my time is going to be spent here, making a little bit of progress in Dawn Trail, but I do plan on hopefully being a little bit more productive too. I'm trying to see if I can upload some video content to here. I mean, this is one of those things where, I'm like a new live streamer, but I have made a few videos here or there. I'm thinking about doing that. Okay, so we gotta do the emote.
Good luck there, Promise!
Oh, it's voiced. Hey.
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wooklamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
What confidence. You love to see it.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shak Tural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding this city of gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
Yeah, Erenville was in the last game. We never really found out terribly much about him. So it's nice that we're seeing some fleshing out of the character, which is really cool.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I did it.
Good job.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
I think we're at the end of this arc, maybe. Blue, Raptor Blue. About halfway to 93. Kind of feels like we'll be, even though we can use them for transportation already, always good to. I think get them as mounts at some point or another. Holy crap. Yeah, there's a lot of people over here. Nope. Or cutscene. Hooray for alpacas, right? Of course. Hey, all right. Okay, that's 2 down and 5 to go. All right, here it comes. Next destination. Not sure if that's going to take me further away in the area, but that would be good if it did. Yep. right, back to the capital. That was a nice little arc. Again, like, you know, they're doing that thing where you learn about all the different cultures and stuff like that. So that was really cool. And I think that's a good place to end the stream for tonight. So hopefully those of you who stopped by enjoyed playing through me playing through Dawn Trail, and we're able to find some fun and entertainment, just relaxing and chilling out after a long week. Again, this time around we swapped charities, and so we're starting here from 0 again. But I'm hopeful that in the coming weeks we'll be able to meet our goal as return here next Friday. So again, I'm here 6 p.m. PST every Friday. I'll probably here for between 2 and 3 hours or so. And I hope you enjoyed everything. And yeah,